Well, Charles Fisher joins us live this morning to tell us more about the role the women play in the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Welcome again, Fisher.
Well,
so good to see you.
Welcome back after your one day off. You're looking pretty nice and well rested. Yes, I've been doing a story on women on the police force, and we're highlighting women who are doing good job like yourself here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas and making sure that people know what they are doing. And you know, our old good friend Shanta Knowles, I must say, Chief Superintendent Shanta Knowles, we started off with her yesterday. She talked about missing persons and cold cases. Well, today we are going to dwell more into her personal life. You know, she's from your island,
yes.
so she's going to tell us all about that this morning. Looking at the pictures on the wall, all men who have led the Criminal Investigation Department. Soon her picture will be up there. Chief Superintendent Shanta Knowles is the first female to head the department. She has come a long way since joining the force in October of 1990.
And when I was in high school, I knew that there were some people from my community, both communities, Wims's Bight and Roxanne, who were already members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. I saw the work that they were doing and I was impressed. I remember Allardyce Strawn visiting Roxanne some time back, and at one occasion she came to visit my mummy. And just to listen to her talk about her experience, that sent a light bulb that maybe this is what you would want to do. The thought was at first that I wanted to be a teacher. Of course, that didn't work out, especially after having listened to Allardyce talk. And then, of course, Maxine Leary, who is my senior and who is also a police officer today, she was one of them who I said, if Maxine can do it, then Shanta can do it also. But I had two uncles who were also police officers, and on summer breaks, they always talk about their experience.
And coming from a peaceful island like Eleuthera, it was a big step.
My mother was a little bit afraid at first, but she did not hold me back. She encouraged me to this was what I wanted to do, and she encouraged me to go for it. And being a teacher that she is, and I guess it's in her to encourage her students, even her children, to follow their dreams no matter what they are. My mother is my biggest fan. Whenever there is anything, even whatever accomplishments I'm having at that moment, she cheers me on. Even a simple television interview, I'm sure she has everyone in Rock Sound or everyone in Saudi Lutra preparing to watch the news so that they can see Shanta on the news.
She has made her rounds in those 29 years.
Once I was completed with my training, I went to work at the Southern Police Station on Market Street, and I stayed there for roughly a year and a half before transferring into the Criminal Investigation Department in 1993. So I've been here in CID for 25 years. I have worked in every section of this department, every section. And in 2003, I had the good fortune of going to Exuma to work in the Exuma Detective Unit, spending 5 years on that island, mending, forming relationships with the people in the community, being a community leader. I loved those 5 years on Exuma, and I wouldn't trade Family Island policing for nothing in the world.
She has become known as the lady who is always on crime scenes, giving the media and public updates.
It was intimidating at first because it was not something I'd been used to. While working in CID, we had the opportunity to go out and speak to the public, make presentations at business places, at schools. Even here in our own setting, we had to present our cases to our peers and be questioned on it. So that is the ground, that was the training ground that led up to me becoming press officer in 2017. I didn't apply for the position. I was instructed to take over that position by then Commissioner Ferguson. Of course, there were growing pains, and with good guidance, I grew into the position. I formed friendships, relationships with persons in the media, and even more people in the community.
But her greatest joy came last year when she was chosen to command the parade for the official demitting of office for Lady Marguerite Pinling.
I was given just a few days to learn the commands for that parade and also how to hold the sword. That was the first time holding the sword. It was not a challenge. It was very easy, and the officer who guided me through the process, Mr. Curtis, he took a pleasure in teaching me right there in his office how to hold the sword and how to salute with the sword. What was even more exciting for me was that I got to command the feu de joy. So instead of the officers firing their weapons that day, when I gave the command, the 21 cannon salute went off. So we had to listen for the 21 cannons to be completed for me to complete the salute, give her her final salute so that she can leave the office. And that was an experience that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world.
Getting into office from as early as 7:30 in the morning and leading the department where every major crime is investigated is time consuming.
I do get to rest when I'm home. Apart from my civic organization, I make sure I find time to rest, and I have a strong family base. While I'm only the mother of one, my sisters, my family really step in when there's a need for them for me. So I do get some time to rest. It's not much, but this is my life. This is what I love, and I definitely wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world.
Now tomorrow we'll go up north to Grand Bahama and we'll look at one of the top ranking females over there as well. And LaDawn, you and Shanta has so much in common. You're both from Eleuthera and your moms are your favorite fans,
yes,
because I know in Aberana right now they get that big 30, 40, 50-inch TV just watching you on the morning edition.
Yes, yes. And so what's coming up tomorrow? Tell us a little bit more about your story tomorrow.
Chief Superintendent Taylor, she is second in command over there in Grand Bahama. She was born here in New Providence, but she moved over there to Grand Bahama. Very interesting her tale, how she got started, the department she's been in. It's going to be another interesting story. We continue to highlight these ladies of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And we'd also like to let the public out there, if you have anybody out there that you want to highlight, make sure to call us here at ZNS. We'll be delighted to do the story.